I, like many of you, love to see new IPs from Nintendo, and the game ARMS is bringing us that on the Nintendo Switch. A new style of fighting game will be on the system, but I think it needs to show a bit more content before its release. I made a video a while back talking about how ARMS could be a fantastic game, and that video was made after the Nintendo Switch event gameplay was shown, and the game looked really fun. It only had 5 characters at the time, and the amount of arms were pretty cool. I love to see that, but it was just a demo, so I understood why there weren't too many characters at the time. But more recently, we've gotten new trailers for ARMS, but they haven't shown any new content. They only talked about the existing characters that we already knew, as well as the existing arms that we already knew were in the game, and that concerns me. ARMS originally was slated for a spring 2017 release. The release of ARMS should be fairly soon, within the next couple of months. And because of that, the fact that they haven't shown any new content for ARMS as of this point concerns me. The reasons for this is that I'm sure if there was a new groundbreaking mode, one of the big major modes of the game, they would have already shown it by this point, but we haven't seen anything like that. This also concerns me that the roster of the game could also be pretty limited as well. I doubt these 5 characters are the only characters in the roster, and trust me, I love the 5 characters. Go watch my previous video about ARMS where I talk all about the characters, but it still needs more. Yes, you have the variety for characters with the arms that you can choose, but that's like in a shooter game where you don't get to customize your character and you only get to choose your weapon. You need many characters in a fighting game, even if it's at the level of Pokken Tournament where it doesn't have too many characters. And trust me, I was perfectly fine with Pokken Tournament's roster. I really like that roster. If ARMS has a similar sized roster to Pokken Tournament, even a little bit less, I still think it would be fine because of the ARMS customization, which is the big feature of the game. But fighting games need more content in them than just the regular fighting part of it. Yes, the regular fighting matches are always what sells a fighting game. Look at Super Smash Brothers. That is what you play Smash for. You pick it up and you play, whether with friends or on your own or online, you play the regular game of Smash. But there's also more content in that game as well, which you could do to differentiate the gameplay from the regular mode as to add depth to the experience. While Smash Tour and Smash Run weren't the most loved things in the world, they definitely differentiated the gameplay from regular Smash Bros. At least a little bit, combining it with a party style of game while still incorporating the main gameplay of it. And whether ARMS wants to do this with a mode similar to that or with a story campaign, I definitely think that it needs something along those lines. It can't just be the fighting game, it needs a little bit more depth, whether it's a tournament mode or whatever. What concerns me is that Nintendo hasn't shown any of it yet. It has been months since ARMS was revealed, and it has been many weeks since the last trailer. So if Nintendo is planning to put out a new direct or new trailers for ARMS soon that shows off new content, then that would be perfectly fine. But as of right now, it concerns me that it's been so far since the reveal of the game, and it seems so close until the launch of the game, and we haven't had any new details revealed aside from what was originally revealed back in January. I love the game so far, but to be honest, it looks like a demo, and that's what I was talking about in my last video about ARMS. The game could be fantastic. And to be fantastic, it needs that extra content added to it, and if it's not getting that content, well, it will just be a shallow experience. If ARMS is really gonna be this fantastic, great experience, this amazing new IP for Nintendo, similar to how Splatoon was, and to get multiple sequels added to it and become its own series instead of this one-off experience, ARMS needs something else. While you play Splatoon for the amazing multiplayer, you also play for the single player campaign, which is basically like a training mode, but it also incorporates new elements into it, and that is something that ARMS could use. A training mode, a tournament mode, a story campaign, or something along the lines of Smash Tour. Something added to it. It just really concerns me that Nintendo hasn't introduced anything to us so far. I was excited when we got a couple trailers about couple weeks ago, but I wasn't excited as soon as I watched them and found out that it was the exact same details that we've already gotten about the game that they're just repeating to us. Nobody's forgotten about ARMS. People are still interested in it. And if we are interested in it, then you should give us some more content to look forward to. Now, I'm going to bring up an example. You can't reveal too much about the game, but you also can't reveal too little either. Revealing too little doesn't give a person enough incentive to purchase it, although revealing too much could also hurt the game because of lack of surprises. One of the most notable examples that comes to my mind is Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where it revealed all of its Mega Evolutions, almost all of the parts of the story, the Delta episode. It was all revealed before the game was released. That is not good. So you gotta be in the middle. You can't reveal too little content or too much content, and ARMS at the moment is in that too little range. We need to see a little bit more of the game so we can know that there's more depth to it and that it's not a shallow demo-like experience. And while I think ARMS can be fantastic, if it releases exactly in the state that it is now, it's not going to be that fantastic experience. I'm really looking forward to ARMS, and I'd love to see more of it soon, and I think we're going to have to, or else we're going to start losing faith in this game. We're going to start losing interest in it. But that's about all my thoughts for this video. Be sure to leave a like on it if you enjoyed it, and leave me your thoughts in the comment section below if we should receive more content about ARMS or not, perhaps in a Nintendo Direct or something like that. But if you really enjoy the videos on the channel, consider subscribing. Peace out.